Hi, my dear Pisces. Welcome to my channel of Lucy the Antigua Tarot. My name is Lucy, and I am here to do your reading, your tarot reading for the month of February 2017, you guys. So welcome. So let's go ahead and get started. What messages do the tarot cards and tarot messengers have for Pisces, or Pisces, I should say, for the month of February 2017? Messages, important messages for the month of February. I'm just going to put that there. For the month of February 2017 for Pisces. Now, usually when a card falls out, I'll stick it back in. Okay, messages for Pisces. Messengers, tarot messengers. What messages do you have for Pisces for the month of February 2017? Okay, so let's go ahead and I have here with me, I'm doing this reading from Guatemala because I'm in Guatemala right now, and a friend of mine gave me this beautiful heart jade, which he cleaned it up and put a little hole in there to put like a chain, but I just really like it like this. I think it's beautiful, beautiful stone. So there it is. So this is how I like to cut the cards. I really like to mix them a little bit because they do have a tendency of getting stuck. And so worry about that. But there we go. Okay. So what do we have at the top? We have the High Priestess, a major arcana, and it is the number 2. We have the 7 of Wands. Okay, my dear Pisces. And then the third card we have the 8 of Pentacles. We're doing a 3-card spread, very clear, crystal clean, simple as possible. All right. So you have the High Priestess, 7 of Wands, and 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so the High Priestess is the number 2 of the major arcana. She's a very important card. And she is the guardian of the unconscious. She sits in front of that thin veil of unawareness, which is really all that separates us from our inner landscape. She has aspects of these realms and offers these aspects to us through an invitation. She's inviting us to come in and look at, observe these aspects, because inside of us we have the holy light, right? That holy energy, that life. The High Priestess is the feminine principle that balances the masculine forces of the magician. Okay. With the soft feminine forces of her. In the major arcanas, we have 2 very important female energies of the major arcana. We have the High Priestess and we have the Empress. And let me pull her out so you guys can look at her. Because with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is what she looks like. And she's the number 3 card. And the Magician is the number 1. So we have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, and the number 4 card is the Emperor. I brought these out so that you could see. So these are the masculine forces right here. I'll just put them over here on this side. Yeah, maybe I can fix this a little bit so that we can kind of keep an eye on those holy men over there. See, here's the Emperor. And here's the Magician. But here's the Empress. The Empress is all about creating life. The High Priestess is the mysterious unknown. And, you know, women often represent this quality of the mysterious unknown. Especially in cultures that focus on the, you know, what is known. And even in stories and myths. And the Empress represents women's role in the real world, in our lives, in this material world. So now the High Priestess card, which you are getting in the center, Pisces, my dear Pisces friends, is kind of like exposing or posing a challenge to you to go deeper, to look beyond the obvious, right? To look beyond the surface of a situation or you know, whatever is right in front of you, and to look beyond that, because in what is hidden and obscure, look for that. And she's also asking you to kind of call for, you know, your to call for that vast potential that you have, and to remember the innumerable possibilities that you hold within yourself. And this is what she does. This is what she is asking. She's exposing this. She's like, you know, posing that challenge. She, the High Priestess, can represent a time of waiting and allowing. It is not always necessary to act to achieve your goals. Sometimes they can be realized through, you know, just being still. And in that way, giving the chance of flowing energies, flowering within, with the just permanence of time, you know. It's kind of like just allowing things to be. And you're getting it at your center. Now, I'm going to put these aside for now because we were just making reference to these. They're not really part of your reading, though. Now, you have here the Seven of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. But you're getting the High Priestess. Why is this High Priestess inviting you to go within and look beyond what is at the surface? Why is she asking you that? especially during the month of February. This is what she's asking you, and you're getting the Seven of Wands, which is all about taking a stand. Taking a stand, you know, is kind of like a assertive act, right? And when you take a stand, it kind of changes the energy flows of the world, for good or for ill. Most of the time we flow with our lives as if on a river, right? We just kind of go with the flow. Events and feelings carry us forward with little effort. And it is nice to be able to do that. Yet, sometimes this is not enough. Sometimes we want to resist the flow or change its course entirely. And that sounds so familiar, right, guys? I mean, we've all been there. So with this card, the Seven of Wands, you know, he appears to be defending something. He's on top of the game. But he's having to defend it. And he could be, you know, either attacking or under attack, or maybe even both at the same time. And, you know, when we decide to take a stand, we set in motion an energy of resistance. When we take a firm position, others do the same. The Seven of Wands stands for aggression and defiance, because they are two sides of the same coin, right? You can't have one without the other. You attack, the opponent defends. He counterattacks, you defend. Now, of course, we all know some battles are worth fighting. Others are just, you know, not worth it. So if you are involved in a conflict, ask yourself if it's worth the struggle. Is it important? Does it have a value? Will the outcome serve you? Will it serve you, or will it serve others? And if it is important, if it does have great value to you, and if the outcome will serve you and others, and then you know, be bold and aggressive. Defend your position. Refuse to yield. But if the case is no, then you might want to seriously consider letting go of the conflict. Be honest with yourself about this, okay? You will, my dear Pisces, you will be tempted to hold on to your position, especially if you have invested a lot of time and energy into it. You know, but this card is telling you to not let those battle lines be drawn unless the war is worth fighting, basically. And maybe that's why you need to look beyond the surface. If this is the case, my dear Pisces, you need to go beyond the surface and look deep, look beyond, look deeper, and see what is really there. Now, you might just be having really strong convictions because you've done that journey already, okay? And then maybe that's why you're getting that card, these two cards. Because in order to take a stand, you must believe in your position and yourself, and you know this. And you probably already know, if that is the case, that that you have integrity and you have the strength of character to see you through it. Because it's a just cause. And so if that is the case, this is the card that is, in that sense, it's also very positive for you, because it's telling you to use that energy of of the Seven of Wands to make a difference. And what is that energy? Attack, counterattack, you know, defend. That it's going to be like that. To use that energy to make the difference, because you're taking that stand. All right. Very cool card. And right next to the High Priestess is even cooler, actually, in my opinion. It's very nice. But then you have this Eight of Pentacles, which is also very, I like that card. I can relate to that card a lot. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, here we have, yeah, we have here, you know, this young guy, and he's hammering away at a coin. He has finished 6 and has another coin to go. So he's obviously in the middle of a project that absorbs all of his attention. He's isolated himself from others. We can know because there's this town in the background. Back here, you see a little town. And he's done this in order to be able to concentrate. And we see here with this card the essential elements of the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work and attention to detail. Yeah. It's a beautiful card. And this card often implies a time of great diligence and focus. And it's pretty much advising you to just go ahead and hammer away at the business that at hand, whether it is a work project, my dear Pisces, family difficulties that need to be dealt with, personal goals, or unpleasant duties that are right there that need to be dealt with. You know, and sometimes wonderful things just fall in our lap for us to enjoy. But at other times, we must really put a lot of effort and time to obtain them. And with the Eight of Pentacles, with this card, what we're getting is, it's telling us, it represents moments when you must give 110%. That's what this card, it really means. To just buckle down and do it. Now, this you know, this kind of work, you know, that where we have to buckle down and just get it done, can be very invigorating, and often, almost always, lead to superb results. The labor of the Eight of Pentacles is deeply satisfying and productive. Okay. This card can also mean the impulse to learn, to broaden horizons, to use an old-fashioned, you know, term. It's not really that old-fashioned, really, but to expand our horizons. Sometimes we need to develop new skills, you guys. Sometimes we need to research, dig out facts, or search for expertise, you know, and it totally coincides with everything that's going on with these other cards here, in my opinion. You're having to dig really deep to see what's beyond the surface. And perhaps maybe, you know, you've been kind of like defending this thing for a while. Whatever that thing may be, guys, I don't know. It's a general reading. But it's telling you're getting the Eight of Pentacles, which means you're going to have to do some work there that you've kind of maybe been choosing to ignore. You're looking for inner knowledge. You've got the High Priestess there. This man seeks external knowledge, how and why of the material world. Go beyond the surface. You might need to be putting more detailed attention, meticulous attention to something. Okay? This extra effort ensures everything is as it should be. So it's a matter of really caring, taking the time to check the little details. Now is not the time to, to sidestep and be casual. That's what it's telling you for February, guys. Look for errors and tie up loose ends. The key to success is an extraordinary effort. That's what this card means. Whatever your task, the Eight of Pentacles tells you to give it your all in every way. Okay, my dear Pisces, and that is the reading for you guys for the month of February 2017. I hope that you achieve whatever it is you seek for this month, that it works out for you in an awesome and positive way as you seek it. And I'll see you guys in March. Take good care. Bye-bye.